Sup boys, it's your boy Deathboy here, and welcome back to DedChat. A few months ago, I talked about the PlayStation 2 and my childhood growing up with it and stuff. And even, I can't remember, I think it was a month or two ago, I talked about my childhood gaming. And that kind of in general. But today I want to focus on one of my favorite consoles, the PlayStation 3. And it's probably the one I grew up with the most, I'd say. Not actually. Think about it. Not really. I only had it for pretty much 3-ish years. But in my head, it feels like I've had that thing for a decade, right? So, I got the PlayStation 3. I believe, honestly, I can't exactly remember. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think it was my birthday of 2010. I got the PS3. And it was funny because I remember the day. We were at Walmart, and my dad asked me, "Hey, Chris, do you want the new PlayStation 3?" And I vividly remember saying, "Nah, why do I need that? I have the PS2." I didn't even clock that there could be more PlayStations, right? I assumed there was a PlayStation 1, because if there's a 2, there has to be a 1. But I didn't think about a PS3. I remember going to Blockbuster and stuff and renting out games. And I would see PlayStation 3. But my dad said, "Oh, you can't get those because they don't work on your thing." I'm like, huh, that's weird. So I never thought about it. I never thought of it. Until that fateful day where I was at my grandma's house. And my dad brings me a PlayStation 3. And I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. I vividly remember the first game I ever played was Infamous. And to this day, that game has a special place in my heart as the first PS3 game I ever played. And I remember the second one I ever played was Arkham Asylum. I remember the third one I ever played, which was Burnout Paradise. But anyway, so I remember the day I got my PS3. And even though technically I only had it for less than 3, well, not even had it, but like I only really used it for less than 3 years. Mind you, the PS2 I basically used for about 5 years. So I used my PS2 longer than my PS3. But my PS3 has so many more memories. I played fucking Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, fucking absolute back-to-back bangers on that thing. I remember playing so many games, Little Big Planet 1, Little Big Planet 2 with my sisters. It was the first console where me and my sisters would actively play together like every single day on that thing. Mod Nation Racers, Burnout Paradise. I'm trying to think of more games I owned. I even remember at my grandma's house, I think it was Christmas that year, my dad bought me Band Hero. And he even got me the microphone, drum set, and guitar. And I remember playing the shit out of Band Hero. Eventually, I lost the microphone and my drum set broke, so I threw that away. But I still own the guitar, and it still works perfectly fine. Which is really fucking dope. And, so I remember playing the shit out of those. Eventually, I got like Guitar Hero Smash Hits, so me and my sisters would play that. One of us on drums, one on singing, one on guitar. Ton of fun. I remember so many banger games. I remember when GTA came out, I begged my dad for it, but he said no. Because my dad, he was a good parent, right? He actually looked at the back of the box, and he had a hard cut for games, right? Blood, drugs, gore, perfectly fine. But as soon as it said partial nudity, no. To this day, I don't own any PS3 games that have partial nudity in it. So I was so bummed because I remember I wanted to get Mortal Kombat 9 when that came out, right? And of course, I couldn't get it because it said partial nudity right there on the box. I wanted to get GTA, but that game had literal nudity, so I couldn't get it. And mind you, I didn't want the games for that reason. I wanted it because it's fucking GTA. Who didn't want GTA in the year 2013? So yeah, I owned so many games, so many games, until Christmas of 2013. I got a PS4, and eventually that's been the console I've had ever since, and I still don't even have a PS5. Until the year 2016, it was the Christmas of 2016 when my dad got me a gaming laptop, and ever since then I've been playing PC ever since. But let me backtrack. Sorry about that. We're talking about PS3 here. So, man, I still remember the day I got Black Ops 1. I booted it on the big TV because I was only allowed to play it in the living room. I only had the PS3 in the living room. I didn't have a TV in my room at that point. So I played in the living room, and I remember the fucking intro. Fuck you! Kiss my ass! And then he gets fucking shocked to the electric chair. My dad was like, whoa, whoa. This game might have too many bad words for my kid. But he let me play it anyway. And I fucking loved Black Ops 1. To this day, Black Ops 1 is my favorite Call of Duty of all time. It's got one of the best campaigns. It's got banger zombies, and multiplayer is pretty decent. And I also remember it was the first time I got into demos. I didn't know what demos were at the time, even though I literally owned demo discs on the PS2. So if y'all don't know, before demos were a downloadable thing, literally you had to buy a physical disc that came with like 10, 9, 8 demos on it, and then you just play all the demos on the disc, and then eventually decide to go buy it. So I remember my dad would get the demo discs, and I'd play them, and man, they're so cool. And then, so on the PS3, I downloaded demos, I checked out games, and then I bought them, and that was that. So, sorry for the long video. I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. I know. Thank you all so much for watching. Have an amazing day, amazing night. I'll see you on the next one. Later.